just trying to figure out the jazz. We're seeing more weird stuff with
What?
Zoom.
Seeing what?
Weird stuff with Zoom. Well, I was set up. That is basically, I'm the host, that's just the computer that I'm, it was acting as if it was my laptop, and it wouldn't respond to anything.
Really?
So we just had to reboot out of it and bring it back up. And there's nothing we can do about it for now for research, because we can start in us in 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, I know. Are you on speaker view?
This,
Yeah.
in a sense, it doesn't matter what this is on.
You're recording.
Yes, I'm on speaker. Oh, the
Oh,
videos,
multi-speaker.
the videos from yesterday, the experiment we were trying, all came out perfectly fine. They showed whoever was speaking came up as the main window out of the 3 of us that were talking. So the recording functioned properly, just the video display wasn't doing
was
what we
different from the
expected it
recording.
to.
Okay. Well, that's the most critical. I got everything out of there.
Hi,
So,
how are you?
can
All right, how are you?
Take a look
Good.
when you're all done to see what else.
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be hot or cold.
I don't think.
You
there's
what?
anything.
I never know if I'm gonna be hot or cold in this room.
Yes,
You want me to
and it will
disconnect
change while you're here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing
Hey,
connected
Chad.
otherwise.
Jerry, how are ya?
Good, how are you?
I am good.
Good.
So,
I'm ready for a vacation.
I just came back.
Yeah, I heard.
I had a great time. It was
Wow.
wonderful.
Did you go with, did you go down to the Cape?
No, I went down to the Outer Banks.
Oh.
It was really great.
I bet it was. You
Met
had good
friends.
weather too,
Oh,
right?
good. Met some nice friends down there.
Nice.
It's good.
Very nice. I'm going on the 29th. I'm disappearing for a couple of days.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go up to York and then I'll probably go up to Montreal.
Oh, yeah. I love York. We go up there every summer.
Yeah.
Like usually in August we go. Yeah.
I have friends from high school. We've been friends since high school that
Oh, that's
they get
wonderful.
camping. They got
Yeah.
the RV thing and
Oh,
they go
yeah.
there. So I like to go for a couple of days just to
Nice.
visit.
Yeah. And my sister lives up in Kennebunkport, so
Oh, that's pretty
yeah,
good
it's
too.
nice up there too. Who are we expecting today? Is there an agenda out there? I didn't grab it.
Yeah, I'll get you.
Thank you.
John didn't have,
Well, John's in Europe.
yeah, he's been,
Oh, back and forth,
emailing me,
okay.
yeah, when he can.
Yeah.
The,
Oh.
I just wanted to make sure we had some FinCom people here.
I think, I don't know if Andrea's coming or not. And Mark is left, and Josh is moving. And I don't know where Jane is. So hello.
I was very happy, 1,855 people, huh? That was.
It was unreal. I couldn't believe it. It came out of the woodwork, I tell you.
Yeah, I was chatting with one of the other coworkers. She's like, that actually felt like a job.
It did feel like a real job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Is Teresa or Joe here?
I think Teresa's on Zoom.
Online, okay.
I'm here, I'm Sue.
Hi.
I was at a meeting.
Do you want me to
with,
call Andrea, see if she's gonna come in? Okay.
Yeah. You guys weren't posted, so we're not looking for a vote.
No, I
We
know
just,
that.
yeah, we
Couldn't
just
get one.
wanted to have you guys here.
have whatever we wanted.
Well, I was kinda hoping we'd have a
Yeah,
little more information than what we have.
I know.
I
I
tried
went to
to
the
be.
did you go to the meeting last night online?
Yes. And then I had to be here first thing, cause we had a meeting with Representative Scarsdale.
They're downstairs now, right?
Yeah, I was there until a couple minutes ago.
Well, I was down at the Reed House.
God help us. Good afternoon, good morning.
Yes, it's still morning.
How are you? You can video me. If you're gonna send out videos, please send out the whole video. Don't have people edit it. Of all people, you should know about someone being shanked. As a felon, you should know that.
Hi, Andrea. That's Jerry.
And be sure you get my
Coming
goose.
in on the Board of Selectmen's meetings.
I get whatever side anybody gives, and despite what Mr. Skank says,
All right.
Excuse me, what's my name?
I haven't edited
Okay,
any
no
videos.
problem, no problem.
To change,
You have sent them to
On
people
the
that have
18th,
edited
right?
them.
Isn't he? No, next
that's
week
fair,
sometime, yeah.
right?
Right, but I also think that,
I'm videoing right now, just to.
I see that,
Yeah,
I
I
see
know.
that, and
What
I
sort
just
of
want to
is it?
remind you that the, First
Well,
Amendment
I
goes
mean,
both ways.
there's no votes taken
Right.
anyway, so you can't.
So, I have freedom of
Well, I
speech
can't
just
really
like you
vote.
do.
You absolutely do.
All right, so I would appreciate you, if you're going to put anything
Okay.
on the internet,
You
make sure
want me
that
to
you
see
have
if
the
they can
whole
send you
story,
the
not
link?
just what you think is relevant.
Did you?
I can put anything I want under the First
Okay.
Amendment.
I'll
You
get
absolutely
somebody to
can, and I
send you
can
the
say
link,
that
alright?
it is absolutely deplorable as a former selectman that
okay,
you are
thank
putting
you,
things
yeah.
on to go against the town. I think it's really, really disgusting, to be quite honest.
Don't say something that's against the town, and you won't have to worry about it.
I
Yeah,
don't.
I think we ought to bring this back to
Oh, she was in a
today's
published
discussion.
I don't know how to do it.
I do apologize.
Okay, thank you.
No, stay right here.
Okay.
And we have Jim downstairs,
Yeah.
or you're running?
Oh, I'm running you in from right here. Jim is just getting stuff out of your office there and down into the newspaper. You can unfortunately write that.
I can't do anything on this computer.
No, one page, that's something you
I don't steal your good one now.
No.
One for you. 522 411 68 comma 871 133 679 861 hash pounds space US.
US?
Yeah. Tell her to try that, and I should let her know.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I was reviewing all that documents for
And
Tuesday.
she may only need the first chunk of that, the 130 card.
Okay.
All the people we reappoint, do we?
It's on the agenda.
But I'm just saying, I reviewed all the people, but I don't like that hard copy.
Yeah, yeah. All that's on the agenda. So that when we make referrals, it will just refer back to the agenda as opposed to.
Well, you know what?
Is, Teresa joining us?
She's on.
This is something that weirdness I was telling you about. Teresa's here, but she's not showing on.
Well, that's because the, under view, it's clicked that if they don't have their video on, they don't show.
I have a number for you.
I can control
My
that.
video is on.
Okay, you do show up then when you talk.
When you talk.
Try
Oh,
saying
but
something.
if I'm not talking, I just say all sorts of funny things.
No, you just disappear from the gallery. Testing, 1, 2.
Yeah, the gallery view isn't working. Zoom screwed this up nicely, but, okay, you should be fine. Say something, Teresa.
How now, brown cow?
There you go.
So if she shows up, it's just,
So do we know who else is listening in?
unfortunately, well,
Got 3 participants. but
the
others-
gallery view isn't working. They pushed an update, Zoom did yesterday, and I think they made it.
So if you click on the participants button, it won't tell you who it is.
Do that.
Hashtag. Call it pound sign. And then a space, and then US.
Yeah, there's the 3 of them.
How's that, Joe?
Perfect. Put it right over there.
I'm gonna say all small.
Did you sign those insurance papers?
Yes.
Okay? All right, thank you. Bye. No, bye. Sorry. I
Don't
was
worry
trying to
about
get,
it.
I was trying to get Andrea to come in on Zoom. Yeah. She said?
Jerry, was she able to
Well, I gave it to her, so she's gonna
try?
try.
Waiting for Andrea to come in.
Sure. That may be Andrea.
Did Andrea go by telephone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that may be her, the 1978.
Is that you, Andrea? You're muted, if it is you.
It's Laura Schifrin.
Oh, hi Laura.
Gonna do the best I can, doing 2 things at once.
Okay.
Good luck, guys.
So do we wanna wait for
Just
to start?
I got.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay. 1 second.
Recording in progress.
Good morning, today's June 14th, 2024, it is now 11:07. I'd like to call the, amended select board meeting to order, roll call please.
Teresa A. Moss present.
Joe Shank.
Chad Sexton Duranian present. Please, let's stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the
flag
flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting is being recorded and it will be uploaded later to YouTube or also, I assume, live on Channel 9.
Not live, but recorded on channel.
We will be recorded on. Is anybody else recording?
Yep.
4.1, Chairman's additions and deletions. I do not have anything at this point. Teresa, do you have anything?
No, I do not.
Review and approve meeting minutes, there is none. Let's jump right down to 4.1, fiscal year 25 budget discussion, the override election results.
I saw Kat.
She's coming back.
Well, I think it's been publicized that the override vote passed by one vote supporting North Middlesex and failed by one vote, two votes
Finish over.
for Neshoba.
Yeah.
And there were some provisionals, are we still looking to resolve those?
Yes, that's where I just was. I just checked, nothing yet. I just emailed the state to find out if there's a number that I can call. So we'll see what they come back with, if there's anyone at the registry that I can be in touch with.
But this is a holdup that's waiting for the connection to the RMV to help verify
Right,
the provisional ballots.
right.
Kathy posted a notice on building doors, bulletin boards, as well as on the webpage today, basically saying what we just discussed, that they're working diligently trying to get this resolved. And the holdup is basically from the state and the connection from the RMV.
Okay. Is there, Kathy, can you explain what that means, the provisional ballots, in case people have questions in regards to that?
So a provisional ballot is a voter who comes in, they try to check in at the check-in table, they're not on our list, but they believe they are a registered voter in Townsend. So, and usually it's through the Registry of Motor Vehicles. So we cannot turn a voter away, so they vote provisionally. The ballots are put in an envelope, set aside. If it comes back that the registry never notified us of the voter registration and that they are in fact a registered voter, then we remove the ballot and we add it into the total. If they're not, the ballot stays sealed and put away with all the other ballots to be disposed of when it's time to dispose of.
But the important thing is these ballots are still sealed.
Yes,
So we're not selecting the provisional based upon which way they voted. We don't know which way they voted. We're working just on getting them certified or not certified.
And there's no time frame involved in that, it's just whenever we can get the
Right.
information from the state.
From the registry, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So the reason that I initiated, thank you, Kathy. The reason why I originally wanted to set this meeting is I wanted to be proactive instead of reactive in regards to the vote on Tuesday. I was hoping we'd have an answer so that we could take next steps. But we don't have an answer, so I'm not really sure about next steps. As far as, I guess that's all we can really say about that. I mean, there's nothing more in regards to that. Why don't we move down to 4.2, setting a date for a special town meeting. Ross and I have had numerous discussions between Tuesday and today in regards to how the town's gonna move forward, if you wanna let the board know what we were talking about.
Well, you and I initially thought we would get a special town meeting by the end of June, so that we would have a budget worked out before July. Since we're still waiting for the final results from Townsend, and the results from Ashby may or may not impact what the school's budget is, I think it's prudent that we wait a little bit longer, and I think the dates seem to make sense. We're in early August dates. You and I talked about either the first week or the second week. I've gotten feedback from town council and from the moderator, and both are available, August 12th and the 13th. So I'm suggesting not a two-night meeting, I hope, but either or. Do you want to meet on Monday or Tuesday, the 12th and the 13th of August?
I'm on vacation that week.
Oh, forgot to ask about the town clerk.
I'm in Maine.
Sorry?
No, don't be sorry, I'll be happy to be in Maine.
Yeah, I'll be in Maine, but Kathy's more important.
Don't ever say that to me.
Can we do it without you? Can Jess do it?
So, in that case, the floor could vote to have Jess act as clerk. I believe the vote has to come from the floor. Like the deputy moderator,
yeah.
that type of thing.
If you think that's workable, I mean, we.
Ross, why wouldn't waiting, Kathy, you're back the next week, right?
Yes.
What's 1 week gonna do, Ross?
Well, we haven't checked with town council or the moderator, that's the only,
Oh, okay.
the,
We could try to do that now and hold that discussion for a little bit later today, if you want. And we'll ask Sabrina to get hold of them.
the moderator and town council,
Yeah.
and have it.
You know, I'm going that week too, so don't do it for me, but if you're more comfortable with Kathy not there, then I'm fine, but I was just trying to get a sense.
Yeah, personally, I'd rather have Kathy there.
Why can't we do it the week before?
The 5th and the 6th.
Yeah.
The moderator's not available on the 5th and 6th. They probably ought to have him available for the meeting.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
that would, yeah.
I mean, Gene could do it, he's the deputy moderator, but that's your
He's
decision.
only the deputy moderator after the vote at town meeting.
You need the moderator there to open it, to assign the deputy moderator.
No, he's already been voted in.
Oh,
For that meeting, I believe.
No, for the year.
if he's voted in for the year, then
That's where.
so,
Can we go up?
provision, yeah, could
Call
you,
it?
could you, the 19th and the 20th?
Yep.
And we do have a selectmen meeting scheduled on the 20th anyway. I think that'll also allow us time to be able to, find out what the override vote is, the final, the certified vote for that is, and allow us time to make provisional changes on the budget between now and then as well. That'll also allow for the school committee to come back with, depending upon how the vote goes, if they need to, with an amended, assessment. That'll also allow for, the 2 other votes to occur, because we still don't have Ashby or, Pepperell's final vote.
The Pepper vote doesn't matter because they already approved the budget, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Is it safe to say that when Pepper's already accepted their ballot, if ours stands at the 1 vote in favor of their budget, then there's no reason the school committee's gonna come back with any change in the budget, right? There'd be no reason for them to. So that's what's-
That's an assumption. I mean, they can always come back, but they can't go above what they've already asked, yes. But that means that Pepperell has accepted their budget, and if if it is a yes on Townsend side, then we have accepted, they have their 2 acceptance, and that, the budget that they submitted has been approved. But then we have to have the special town meeting, because we then have to, amend our voted upon budget, especially in the, general government section, that includes the schools, right? And then we'd have to, show how we are, allocating everything else, just to, because really it's the school budget lines that we're amending, right? So, in the event that it doesn't pass, we would have to be able to show all of the departments that are affected from the already approved budget, and make provisions that would allow the school to change their assessment and come back to us. And then we'd have to change all of the line items that will affect, the town being able to absorb that.
Can you, answer this for me? If we get the provisional votes and vote Neshoba and, Townsend override passed. The special town meeting, the budget was based on the override passing, so are we required another meeting?
Yes.
Because we already voted,
Yes,
and why would that be?
to accept, I think it's to finalize it, but I'd have to talk with Ross about that. We still have to finalize the budget. It means that we've got the funding, the town approved the funding, and we have to still approve the final budget for 2025.
I think it's because we voted a level funded budget for the schools.
And we
So
have to
would have to change those numbers to reflect the override numbers.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So either or, we have to have a special town meeting.
Okay, thank you.
While we're waiting, I'm gonna jump down to, 5.2 reports from board liaisons. Teresa, you had a question in regards to one of your committees that you represent?
I think I must have got an answer, I don't recall having it, so it must have been answered.
This is for the energy.
Yeah, they had a question about prevailing wage, and I referred them to Ross.
No, I'm talking about, they also had a question in regards to encouraging, members to join boards and committees.
Oh, that, yes. So they just wanted to understand, is there any limits to it? Could they set up a stand on Earth Day in the center, or, at the fan concerts in the center, looking for volunteers? Can they put advertisements on TCAM? Could they even, put like road signs up or anything? They just were curious as members, what rights do they have to recruit other members other than just asking friends? Oh, not rights, what opportunities do they have?
As far as, my understanding is if they want to recruit for their board, they could do, there is no rules or regulations on how they do it, just as long as they, our policies are, they fill out a volunteer form and it goes in front of whatever board or committee, and then if it's an appointed position, they would put it forward to the Board of Selectmen. But as far as recruiting, as long as they have a vacancy posted with the clerk, right?
Right.
I don't think there's any rules or regulations that stipulate how they advertise for that position. I mean, the town says that it's vacant, so if they wanna, which I think is a good idea, to go to some of these, other venues to be able to encourage, volunteers. I know I'm always open to new volunteers that are willing to serve on any boards that we have.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, I'll let them know, thank you.
I was going to let Teresa know that TCAM already runs slides in between regular programming. We got all the lists from, the town clerk's office, and every board opening and every committee opening that's available vacant is being advertised on Channel 9 throughout the day.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Yes, sir.
Sorry, I couldn't, we tried Adam and John, and none of them were answering their phones.
Adam is not his office,
Yeah.
Well, I tried mobile phone too,
Okay.
but,
so that didn't help, okay.
so, hold that for decision to 18th.
I was just gonna say, we have a regular meeting on the 18th. Do we have an agenda item that we can, on the 18th already? I'm looking real quick.
Well, we had determined meeting dates, we were kind of thinking that was, applied to Board of Selectmen meeting days.
So Teresa, even though that you're on vacation on the 12th and 13th, will you be able to attend if we had it?
The 12th and 13th, no, I'm in
No,
Maine.
you're in
I
Maine.
could attend, but the 18th I can. I'll just come back a day early.
And the 19th?
We're talking August, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, August
Yeah.
19th and 20th.
Oh, 19th, I don't even have to come back a day early. No, I'll come back then.
Okay. Just 1 second. I just want to check to see if we have, we have 3 pages of appointments to do.
So we can see about just amending the agenda for the 18th, so we can,
We'll have to, yeah, cause we don't have, I don't have anything in there for it. So we will have to, amend the, 18th to include a setting date for special town meeting.
and opening and closing, setting dates to open and close the warrant.
Correct. If you could be so kind to relay that to Sabrina.
Okay?
Anything else on the special town meeting?
It's essentially, it's gonna be to balance the budget.
Right.
But we'll see what else pops up when we open the warrant.
So we can amend the 18th to accommodate a conversation in regards to that. And then, you know, I apologize for not having the information and everything ready for today's meeting, but, ARPA projects, I think 5.0, does anybody have anything to do with ARPA?
I do not.
Katie and I discussed this morning some of the balances that still are in the monies that have been allocated to the ARPA projects, and possibly getting hold of the departments that are planning to use that to verify whether those funds are still planned and needed, or whether we can free up some ARPA funds.
So there's a couple of things that I have been passed down from Eric in regards to that. Some of it is, yes, it's provision for it has to be under contract by December 31st. All of the funds. We have allocated to certain areas, and some of those allocations are spread out for a couple of years. So even though there's money still in the account, it has been allocated for 25, 26, and 27, I believe.
So there'll be obligations to back those up?
Correct, yep. So how about, I sit down with you and we can talk about what those are, the ARPA funds, and I will get where those allocations are and what I have from Eric, so that you have that information.
It might make sense to create an FY 25 and 26 column, so we know what's being spread out that far, that's where it goes.
Okay,
And then we can check
on what the spreadsheet that we have?
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
it only runs through FY 24, and it shows a significant amount of money that has not been spent to date, but if it's already been allocated, we need to reserve that.
Correct.
Where I'm going is, if there's money that turns out no longer needs to be allocated, that may be something to help balance the budget with.
And I have, in my projection, I have it later August, 1st of September, to go over that, to give us time to make sure that we have everything covered by the 31st.
Maybe we do that by the 19th or 20th, or ahead of time.
Sure. Okay, I can do that. We can, so that we can get a vote if we need it. Gotcha, I see what you're saying.
As it stands now, the override for VOTEC didn't pass, so we've gotta come up with a budget adjustment to account for that. Using one-time funds is not necessarily the best way to balance a budget, operating budget, but it is acceptable that you can do that. So I think we ought to just know what the numbers are, and then we explore those options between now and town meeting.
I really don't wanna get into those types of conversations right now. So, why don't the three of us work together to figure that out, and if we need to, we can then, decide whether or not we have a warrant article to put together. So if we do have the town meeting on the 19th, that would mean that, we'd have to come up with the date that we open and close the warrant. I also know that there was, a couple of other departments, that would more than likely want a warrant article on there.
Well, we can stick with the dates you and I thought we were gonna use the earlier August, July 15th to July 29th. We'll slide it back a week, but.
We don't want to warn, we're just strictly gonna open it for this, or do we have other things coming? Do we know of anything else getting put on that special town meeting? Does anybody?
We only wanted to put the budget stuff on there.
Right, I'm just asking if anything else was presented to us, no?
Nothing yet, but
But they could.
you don't know, and there may be something that we feel needs to be on there.
Right. And that would mean that there would be another special in
Special and special.
November or December.
Alright.
Well, that may head off having a special then.
Right.
Mr. Chair, you can't see it on the screen, but Veronica Cal's got her hand raised.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather us figure it out as opposed to taking comments from. So how about if we agree
Agree to disagree.
or agree to disagree, that we're gonna shoot for the 19th and 20th, and then we can solidify that vote on the 18th? Cause I think the 19th and the 20th is better, and Kathy, you'll be free then?
Yes.
Okay, and Teresa will be back then, Joe, you're free then?
Yes.
I'm never free, but I'm available. I'll be away, but I'll come back.
And I will get a hold of John and Adam and verify that.
We have a meeting anyway, the 19th, right? Selectmen's meeting.
20th.
Oh, so either do Monday or Tuesday.
Correct.
So, do you want to, so do you want to just slide or keep the same warrant open and close dates, or do you want to move it back a week? Maybe open on the 22nd and close on the 29th?
Yeah, we can do that. Instead of the 15th, go to the 22nd for the open. And then, Teresa, we can ratify or approve these dates once we find out from town council and the moderator, if you're okay with
Makes
that.
sense, thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
So do you want to vote on the warrant open and close dates? Or you want to wait for that?
Why don't we wait? We can do that on the 18th. So 4.2 and 4.3, if we can add those to the 18th agenda, amend the 18th agenda for that.
Okay.
5.1, town administrator updates and reports.
I'm doing more research into the pest control we talked about at our last meeting. I'll have a resolution for you, probably on the 18th, so we can sign that. I was notified by the town administrative search committee that they have voted unanimously to forward 2 names to the board of selectmen. So I think it's appropriate at this time that the boards schedule interviews, and those will be in open session.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, I'm not speaking for the search committee, but we were made aware that we received another application late yesterday. So they may want to review that before they send the current choices up that they've made.
Well, the note from Laura, from the chair was,
We're
they've
gonna
said
go
2.
with what the chair has asked us to.
Does this mean also that the, selection, there's no more applications that will be accepted?
No, they're still open. They would.
They still will be open, okay.
Yeah, I mean, my understanding of the process is that there were 18, now there's 19 candidates. It was narrowed down, to 2 candidates in your last meeting, is that what it was? Oh, you had 2 interviews?
We had 2 interviews earlier this week, and then got at least 1, possibly 2 more applications that we haven't even reviewed yet.
So the recommendation that we received from the chair, we would go forward with an interview. It would be an open meeting interview. In the event that the selectmen feel that one of the 2 would be a viable candidate, then we would move forward with an offer. If the board felt that neither were acceptable, then we would continue with the search. Correct?
Okay, thank you.
I mean, that's my understanding of it. But do you guys wanna go ahead and interview the 2 that's been recommended?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so then we would need to schedule a meeting to do that. The question that I pose to the board would be, would you want to be able to do it, just have a interview like we had it before, where it was just the interview in the meeting, as opposed to putting it to a selectmen's regular meeting day.
I have no preference, whatever works.
Just do it like we did before, not in a regular meeting, just have a date and
Just set a date for,
set a date and do it.
So would you both be comfortable to, I'll ask Sabrina if she can, find a date where we can get, 2 separate times and we'll have one meeting with both of the candidates if we can do it?
Works for me.
Okay, as soon as possible?
So
We need
let Sabrina pick the day.
to talk with both candidates and see if she can,
Mondays and Tuesdays are better, but
okay. Mondays or Tuesdays.
Yeah, I'll let Sabrina know the dates I'm already committed to
Okay.
drive the veterans. Those are the only thing that get in the way of my schedule.
Okay. Do we need to vote on that, or?
Vote to ask Sabrina to schedule 2 candidates for the same night as soon as possible.
or a day or whatever.
Yeah.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any other discussion?
Are there any restrictions on when not to? Teresa said she'll tell Sabrina when she's not available.
Doing it at night, no, I'll be fine. My appointments are usually done by 5 o'clock.
I'd rather do them during the day.
Oh, and, yeah, there's just a few days, I think, in June and July, I just have like 3 or 4 rides that I'm doing it. So I'll give her those dates.
Okay, so we'll ask Sabrina to talk with the candidates and see what she can do to get, and these are in person, I would assume, correct? So. We'll have Sabrina coordinate, once she gets dates from the candidates, I'll have her reach out to you guys. If you're both okay with that?
Yeah, and if I have to, if they don't work, I can try to get somebody else to pick up the veterans, if Natalie or somebody.
Okay.
That was it for my report. I was gonna talk about the override vote, but we already covered that. I mean, I know that the town clerk's office is working diligently to get this done. We're gonna get it done and make sure every vote is counted that's appropriate.
I have full faith in the clerk's office. 5.3, announcements and communications. I didn't get anything from Sabrina in regards to that. There is one thing that I did wanna say in regards to this, that, when there is an announcement, we need to have something in writing that we can post with the minutes. So if either of us have a announcement that we need to make, we need to follow it up with something, a hard copy to Sabrina so she can include it in the minutes when she posts for the minutes.
Okay. So I will make sure I do that, but the only announcement I have is, as I think I brought it up before, they're still looking for volunteers to help out, with the wall that heals. It's only, showing in Massachusetts, it's coming to Fort Devens. Of course, we want to make people aware of it, but there's also a great opportunity to volunteer and, share if your experiences, you're a veteran or if your spouse or just have interest in the Vietnam War, to help out on Fort Devens. They need a lot of volunteers because a lot of people do move through that event.
Yeah, what is the organization that's running that, Teresa?
Clear Path for Veterans, and I'll write it all up and get it to Sabrina right
Okay.
after this meeting.
Alright, great. And that way, if anybody calls, they can look into Clear Path for Veterans, and that's over in Devens, and,
Right, and the event's gonna be on the old parade field, for people that know veterans, Devens. And so it's pretty large. I don't know if people have seen it before. I know it came to Townsend once before. But it's a big event. They're gonna have plenty of other stuff, not just including the wall. There'll be a bunch of other, exhibits.
so that's up in Vicksburg Square there?
Yeah,
Yeah, in the Grand Marching Field.
yeah, in the Grand Marshall Field.
There you go.
Date.
The date?
Do you have the dates, Teresa?
Let me just make, I don't wanna say a little, because I'm not 100%, I wanna make sure I got it right.
Okay. 5.4, next meeting is gonna be June 18th, 2024 at 6 p.m. And 5.5, do we have bills payable and warrants? I don't think we do we? No. So we don't need to do 5.5. So I'll entertain a motion to,
Question.
yeah, go ahead.
On the 18th, is that a dual meeting, FinCom and Board of?
It's a Board of Selectmen meeting. And if we are gonna be discussing the budget, then it would be, we would want your input, absolutely.
Okay, because we're meeting the same night, on the 18th, I didn't know if it was already.
What time are you guys meeting?
I believe 6 o'clock.
6:05, I think it is.
Oh, can they just switch where they're meeting and meet with, we'll do a joint meeting, since you've already posted?
I think we're already posted, right?
I don't know if we're gonna have a new budget to discuss in detail between now and the 18th. As far as, I mean, first of all, we don't know the results of the ballot.
Correct, but just like I had asked to have them here today, I would just rather, I would feel comfortable having them including them in at least the discussion.
Yep. I mean, I anticipate meeting with the finance committee between now and August to review the new budget as it falls out.
He has the audit that night.
It is the audit. Certainly don't wanna pull you away from that.
No, well, it's scheduled for the selectmen's chambers at 6:05.
On the 18th?
Oh, but joint in their agenda, it says joint meeting with select board and audit committee,
Yes, we're doing that in session.
so it's,
That's not on our agenda.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Right.
6:05, joint meeting with audit committee, finance committee, and auditor to discuss, review the fiscal year 23 final audit. Jerry, we're both right on top of it, right?
And that's for the 18th?
Yes. And then we also have a joint meeting with the planning board.
That's
it.
that's for appointment.
And since we don't have warrants, we don't need to do that, so we can adjourn. Somebody has a
Yes,
motion.
I do have those dates, I just want to check on them, is for the roller deals, it's July 25th to July 28th.
25th through the 28th of July.
Correct.
Thank you, Teresa.
And again, as I said, I'll mail it, I'll write it all up.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Make a motion we adjourn.
So moved?
Motion was made at the table here. Can I have a second?
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Teresa A. Mons, aye.
Chad Sexton Duranian, yes. Thank you, everybody.
So you and I had not talked about the joint meeting to find Finn's.
I know, I was thinking.
Recording stopped.
Because I did it last time, Steve did it too.
Well, it's on.
Sorry,
So this is Eric sliding right in and not letting us
Yes.
know.
Okay, and have you updated the agenda for the 4.2 and 4.3?
I'll do that.
And then I can just ask Sabrina to post it.
You could actually just type it out.
See ya.
See you guys.
Jerry, you left your
Hi,
jacket.
Thank you.